I would say I started listening to Dogman stories and interviews in late 2016, and it's kind of hard for me to explain, but the topic was just fascinating to me. I like the whole concept and idea of jumping down a rabbit hole and learning about things that are supposed to be unknown. And when I say I jumped down a rabbit hole, I mean I jumped all the way in. If you name an episode or any story, I've heard it. Pretty much every story, all creepypastas, and every interview about Dogman, I've listened to it maybe once or twice. And looking back on it now, I never once took time to think about what I was actually doing. I just kind of stumbled my way into being obsessed with the topic. And the first sign that things were getting out of control was when my wife told me I needed to give it all a break. You see, at night when we went to bed, we didn't fall asleep to Netflix or Amazon Prime. I had a Dogman playlist that I played on my little Bluetooth speaker. Now, my wife didn't particularly care for this because she didn't like going to sleep to scary stories, but I loved it. And back then, I didn't think much of it until weird things started happening to us. Those weird things all started with the most vivid dreams I've ever had. I'm in the woods. It's daytime, right next to a lake. And I'm walking. Then suddenly, everywhere around me were dogmen. I would have the same dream every night of the week. Then one night in a dream, they start to close in on me. And the largest one, with these glowing amber eyes, walked right into my body. That particular night when I had that dream, I went to sleep in the bed with my wife. When I woke up, I was laying on the floor in the living room. And from there, things just got worse. I would wake up at night and see this thing standing at the edge of my bed, tall as the ceiling, glowing amber yellow eyes, looking down on me. The problem was I was awake. I wasn't dreaming. This thing was actually there, standing at the edge of my bed, looking at me and my wife, its eyes glowing. I would blink, and then it was gone. Now, I didn't tell my wife about these things I was seeing in the dreams I was having, because for a while there, I thought I was going crazy. But that's when she starts to complain about having nightmares. In her nightmares, she's near a lake in the woods, and these dogmen are chasing her. And the next thing you know, we find ourselves in the midst of spiritual warfare, under assault by something to this day I believe was demonic. Crazy stuff starts happening, both while we were asleep and awake, knocking on the side of our house in the middle of the night. Our dog, Butch, starts to hide under our bed. Now, what didn't make sense at all was that we live in a city. There are no woods anywhere near our house. In fact, the closest park where there are woods is like 5 miles away. Now picture this. Remember I told you I would see this thing when I first wake up, tall as the ceiling, glowing amber yellow eyes? I thought it was just me. It's a Saturday morning. My wife and I sit down at the table having breakfast. She has this look of worry on her face, bag under her eyes. Her skin is pale. I said, "Baby, what's wrong? What's going on?" That's when she describes to me the exact same thing that I was seeing. She goes on to tell me that she woke up in the middle of the night, wiping cold from her eyes. And when they opened, standing right next to her side of the bed, was this gigantic wolf, standing on 2 legs, glowing amber yellow eyes. She thought she was dreaming, so she wipes her eyes again, and it's gone. That same weekend, things got worse. My wife and I come home from seeing the premiere of the movie, The Joker, and when we pull up into our driveway, looking inside through the blinds, you know how when you leave a light on inside of your house, if someone is inside behind the curtains, you can see a shadow moving? Well, looking inside through the curtains, you can see what looked like the silhouette of a gigantic freaking wolf head. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's the one and only Dog Waters, and what's understood does not have to be explained, baby. You know you listen to the best in horror narration. And if you want to hear the rest of this particular story, you need to head on over to imdogwaters.com, sign up, become a member. Or if you're already a member and you're smart and you've been on board since it was like $3.99, log in, listen to the rest of the story. It's there for you right now to take a listen to. As for those of you who are not members, I haven't forgotten about you. You just gotta wait a little bit. There's some stuff that's coming that's gonna be absolutely free for you to hear. As usual, you will have to follow a link to my website and listen to it there as opposed to on YouTube, because I need the traffic on the website. If you got a problem with that, so be it. Don't listen. Once again, it's your boy Dog Waters, and I'm out of here.